10 black and even.
Play through 35.
You're playing in hard luck on your last night, Scotty. Place your bets, boys. Bill's dealing her last hand. There's only a few minutes to go, and then it's history.
And you get the last throw, partner, so make it a good one. And 2 6s makes midnight.
I guess that's all. Come on, boys. The drinks are on me. Come on, everybody out. Give them what they want. Come on, boys. Anything you want.
Should all acquaintance be forgotten?
Bill, you're sure been a square shooter. The body won't seem the same when you're gone.
Don't forget that postal card you promised me, Lil.
I won't forget, Sandy.
Look my brother up when you get to the coast. He's got a kid, too.
I sure will, Shorty.
You're dealing yourself a new hand, Bill. And I hope the right card turns up for you.
It's a new deal for the kid, I'm thinking.
Sure. But you won't forget, anytime you need an ace in the hole, you are the kid.
Thanks, Joe. You've been a real friend.
You know, I always wanted to sit in on a game with you, Bill.
If Daddy hadn't been my partner, I'd rather it had been you than anybody I know.
Thanks. Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, boys. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, Joe.
Ce soir, ma chérie, allons donc la boire. La rose vient de fleurir, ma chérie, allons la saisir.
Will you take the lid out of your seat? I'll try that one. Bring that over.
Oui, madame.
Gee, that's swell. What's the name of that?
Quelques fleurs.
Kelka what?
Quelques fleurs.
Say, when are you going to learn to speak English?
Oh, I speak English very good.
Well, then what's the name of that?
Many fleurs.
Manny what?
Many fleurs.
Oh, well, put some more in. Woo! Right there, I'm Queen of the May. Oh, gee, I lost the soap. Say, look, it's losing all its marbles. What am I thinking of? I got a train to make. Hurry up, snap into it. Get me a towel over there.
That's all right. Never mind.
Thank you, sir.
Somebody at this time. Don't stand there. Go and answer.
Ah, chaque fois que je suis occupée, le téléphone sonne, c'est terrible.
Never mind the frog talk. Hurry up.
Is Mrs. Payton in?
Winfield.
Go tell her, please, that Joe Connors is here.
You can see, madame. She's very, very busy.
Oh, yes, I can.
No.
Oh, not somebody knows. Just go and tell her that Joe Connors wants to see her.
All right. Who was it? The gentleman wished to see you, madame.
Did you tell him I was taking a bath?
Oui, madame.
Well, he's no gentleman. What's his name?
Monsieur Joe Connors.
Who?
Joe Connors.
Joe Connors. Say, show him in.
And here, madame?
Of course not, stupid. In there. Now hurry up. Go on. I gotta make a snap.
This way, monsieur. Voulez-vous vous asseoir, monsieur?
Thank you.
Joe, let me hear your voice. Say something.
I can't wait to see you, Lil.
Well, you'll have to wait and like it.
Well, I guess I'm going to like it all right. Say, what kind of a layout do you call this? Buckingham Palace?
Say, this ain't no piker's joint. Why, you don't know what a real bath is until you've tried this one.
Well, plumbing sure makes a difference.
You said it. Put some in my hair. Joe, why, you old son of a gun. My, but you look slick as a new paint job. All but that billiard ball of yours. Say, whatever happened to all that alfalfa, huh?
Say, Lil, I got the greatest hair tonic in the world. 3 treatments, and look how it's coming out already.
It sure is coming out.
Just the same old Lil, huh? Only getting younger, that's all.
Ah, go on. Say, come on, sit down. I want to talk to you. Where have you been keeping yourself?
Oh, here, there, and everywhere. You know, I just came up from Cayenne. If they pass that new bill to legalize gambling in Nevada, it'll bust the old state wide open. Now, there's some smart money going to be up there, and I'm figuring on getting in on the kill.
Trouble with gambling, Joe, is you never know where you're at. One day you got chickens, the next feathers.
Well, I guess I wouldn't be satisfied unless I could sort of sit in on a game now and then.
You ought to do like I've done. 6% security. Nothing to worry about. And besides, look what it's done for my boy. I want to show you his picture. Look here. Ain't he a great guy?
I'll say so.
He's a good-looking kid, ain't he?
He's got your eyes, Lil.
Do you think so? You know, he's the best investment I ever made.
You're sort of fond of him, aren't you?
You bet I am. Say, Celeste!
Oui, madame.
Hurry up and get my yellow dress. You know the one I mean. Hurry up, hurry
Oh,
up.
say, Lil, why, you don't have to dress up for me.
I'm not dressing up for you. It's him. I'm supposed to meet him this morning. He's coming home. You know, I sent him to one of those big eastern colleges. I thought he ought to have kind of a background, I guess you call it.
Yeah, that's right, Lil.
He's a great kid. You ought to see him in some of those ritzy joints. He's got the waiters scrambling all over the place.
Nothing too good for little son, eh?
You bet there isn't.
Well, I guess I'll be running along.
Why don't you come down to the train with me? I want you to meet him.
We'll sit on a three-handed game a little later. I want you to have him to yourself for a while.
Just as you say, Joe.
Say hello to him for me when you meet him at the station.
I certainly will. Joe, how about tonight? Dinner here, 7 o'clock, the three of us.
7 o'clock, Lil.
Okay. Goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye, Lil.
Don't forget. Celeste.
Oui, madame. I hope it's not bad news, madame.
Oh, no, Celeste. It's good news. He's coming home after he visits some friends. Some real people. The kind I want him to meet.
I'm so sorry, madame.
What do you mean, sorry? Do you think I want him to miss a chance like this? Just to come home here and be bored with an old lady like me? Take my hat, Celeste. And get my checkbook.
Oui, madame.
a brief pause for station announcement. This is station KYZ, Los Angeles, California. We will now give you the latest afternoon news reports. New York City. The bottom dropped out of the stock exchange today. Pan-European Preferred was one of the securities most heavily hit. When the exchange closed at 1 o'clock, it was estimated that close to $1 billion was lost by investors throughout the country. Financial leaders declined to comment on the probable result of the crash. It is said that the manipulation of certain pools were blamed for the crash today.
Thanks, J.W., for putting me next to that fool of yours.
Don't I always want my friends in on a good thing?
Too bad all your friends didn't listen to you. Take Totman, for instance. Say, it must have hit him pretty hard.
Oh, Dad!
Well, how much this time?
Take off your kilts, darling, and bring your textbook up here. $115 for you, Maureen. And as usual, you're even. Yep, you're in 75.
I'm a miserable partner. I'm afraid it was my dumb play that set us, Maureen.
It is. Who was it that said there's more honor in defeat than anything? Honors, my dear. If you'd have had those honors, you wouldn't have gone flat.
Thanks, sweetheart. You remember you borrowed this from me this morning.
With what's in my purse, 100 will just about make it right. Thanks, Dad.
Seems that you and I are in the same boat, Jeff. Bridge was never my game.
Hey, this Wall Street crash is pretty bad. I hope you didn't take it on the chin, Mr. Winfield.
I've always been conservative, Jeff. People are foolish to mix up with the market at times like this. Now, the whole trouble with this present depression is...
Oh, come on, youngster. He's a darling, but he can be a boy. Well, partners, if we leave the business same expression.
He seems like a nice sort of chap. Who is he?
Seems to be of good family. Mining people, I understand. Maureen met him at a prom last winter. His father is dead. His mother made a good job of him, and he's mighty fond of her. I'd be proud of a son like that.
Not that serious so soon.
Oh, I don't know. He has another year at New Haven. But I like the boy. He's got something on the ball.
Good girl. Oh. Uh-huh. Don't cry, little girl. That's 3-1. Told you I'd beat your love game.
What do you know about love?
The Iceman told me, Mama.
Takes a better man than you to beat me when I'm in form.
There ain't no better man than me. Besides, there's nothing wrong with your form. It's your service.
That's why I'm not so hot on a tennis court. But wait till I warm up.
Can't wait. Give up.
Celeste. Pack up. Pack up everything. I'm leaving for Reno in the morning.
All right, madame.
Smart idea of his old-time joint. Best sucker layout in Reno. Who's your silent partner, Joe?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be silent.
All right, folks, let's go. Wait from here and wait from there. Wait from where you please. Folks, get down and square. Set 'em high and set 'em wide. Never walk, friend. Never walk. Always ride. Always ride. That's the hour here. Where's she going, boys? There goes the rust from the hard tax cut. Looks like today's in 49. It's good old Nevada once again. There you are.
You come on, Elliott, and don't you lose any more.
But I tell you, I got the system to wear this game out if you let me alone.
Yes, and wear me out, too.
Remember, we're in Nevada. If you keep nagging me, I'll divorce you.
If I only had you alone.
A lot better than playing too safe, eh?
You needn't rub it in. At least you got a chance to sit in on this game. That's more than I did when they took me to the cleaner.
Oh, I know you got a tough break, Will. But things are coming your way from now on.
I didn't think I'd have to get it this way. Don't misunderstand me, Bill. You know what's eating me?
What?
This joint's getting on my nerves. It ain't like the old days. We didn't used to have a lot of tin-horn tourists, divorcees looking for excitement.
Oh, but it's on the level. What more do you want?
I'm thinking about Jeff. It would be different if he was through college. I want the boy to have a break.
Well, he's getting it. What else is worrying you?
Well, the boy's having a good time. Why don't you let him stay away as long as he wants to?
Go ahead. Shoot him the money.
Oh, you don't get me. He doesn't know where the money's coming from.
You gonna tell him?
I don't know. You got a pen?
Hey, bad one, number 3. Throw it over to me. Too bad.
Wait a minute. I'm not through yet.
Going around, round she goes. And where she stops, nobody knows. There she is. 27 wins here. Maybe a double.
Well, let's get her on the line. Put her on the line. Okay, let's go here. All right, let's go right back.
And I win on the 8th, too.
Okay. Take all tail.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I was nervous. I'm sorry.
Too bad, a number 3.
Pay me.
25. All right, I'll let go.
Now watch your daddy. Wait, just watch him for a minute.
What did you have?
Just a hat.
Call an ambulance, quick.
Yeah.
That's all right, folks. Everybody stay where you are.
Too late. He's gone.
Must have hit him pretty hard.
Too bad. They took the kid for all he had. I came up to the table just as he lost his last 300.
Say, I didn't leave any call for this hour of the morning.
But this is a different kind of call, honey.
Jeff, you darling. When did you get in? Oh, you bet. Come right up here. I want to see you.
Open in the name of the law.
Many.
Mom, darling. Oh, Mom.
Put me down, you rat. Put me down, you rat. Oh, what a football tackle that was. Oh, gee. Let me look at you. You're looking great.
I just reflect your beauty, darling.
Right? Room service. I want you to have breakfast with me.
Come on, we can't do that. The Winfields are downstairs. We're all going to have breakfast together.
So the Winfields are here.
Sure, when you wired that you were here, why, Mr. Winfield suggested that we motor over and get better acquainted.
Well, of all the places to come.
This should be the best three-ring circus outside of Madison Square Garden. By the way, what are you doing here, young lady? Remember, anything you say will be used against you.
Will it?
Come clean, you're holding out on me. Remember, no secrets between mother and son.
You know, Jeff, I haven't seen a three-ring circus since you were a little bit of a kid. And we used to go together.
I've been pretty much of a heel to stay away all this time. But I didn't mean it that way.
It's all right. Now that you're here, it doesn't make any difference.
Will you see Maureen? What a girl.
So you're in love?
I don't know. Everything's in her favor. She's regular. We smoke the same brand of cigarettes. She plays a worse game of tennis than I do. And what a figure. Is it love?
If it lasts through Reno, it must be love.
By the way, you know the town. We'll make you official guide to the party.
Right. Where do we go first?
First, we'll eat. Then we'll go for a long ride. And tonight we'll see the El Dorado. I hear it's the hottest place in town. It must be when they start bumping themselves off.
Well, you don't want to see that sort of thing, do you?
Don't be old-fashioned. What's the matter with you? I want to see the joint. Come on, get dressed. The Winfields are waiting.
Well, all right. You run along and I'll be right with you.
Come on, then. Make it snappy.
All set for the next turn? Hey, I've been watching you for a week, youngster. What's your system?
Just beginner's luck.
Well, how much did you lose this time, darling?
Oh, a couple of hundred.
Better stick to Wall Street, you're much luckier.
Wall Street isn't luck, my dear. It's business.
Business? Is that what you call it? Well, I suppose it would smell as sweet by any other name.
Bad investments, Mrs. Payton? The market is a dangerous thing to play with when one doesn't know the ropes.
I guess you're right. They don't even give you the gambling chance you get in a place like this.
Well, just the same, I wish that Jeff would give me the same break that he's been giving this place for me. Can't even drag him away from this scout game long enough to even see him anymore. I told him he'd take a rap, but he wouldn't listen to me. Why don't you speak to him, Mrs. Payton?
I have. But boys don't want to listen to their mothers.
I'll speak to him. He'll probably listen to me.
You think he Jeff? All right.
I'll be here when you come back.
Hold on.
Staying right with it, youngster?
Way ahead.
Don't you think you better quit, Jeff? You can't go on winning, you know.
Just watch me.
Not me. I got something else to do besides that.
Oh, come on, Jeff. You've got it now, too. Besides, your mother doesn't like you to play.
Oh, Mother's old-fashioned. You go on and sit with your father, honey. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Oh, all right.
That's a great boy you got out there, Lil. The way he goes for the cards shows me that he's a chip off the old block.
That's out, Joe, from now on. I'm worried. Maybe it is in his blood, but I don't want it to get him like it did that poor boy that shot himself out there.
So that's what's been on your mind. Come on, Lil, snap out of it.
Joe, he's got to lose. That'll cure him. You go out there and take him. I don't care how you do it.
It's a large size order for a couple of square shooters.
I wouldn't be in this racket again if it wasn't for that boy. You've got to do it.
Remember, Connor, this is on the QT.
Sure.
I saw you pull that one off the bottom.
Oh, you're crazy.
Don't give me that. You're crooked, Connor.
That talk don't go here. If you don't like the game, get out.
Never mind, Bill. Never mind. I don't want any sore heads around here, so you'd better beat it.
All right, I'm going. I'm going to take my mother with me. She knew how crooked you are.
Why don't you tell her? Why don't you tell her that you're a punk loser and a
You
quitter?
tell her about that paper, I'll
leave that to you. I shouldn't have tried to get away with that. You've got to be in practice. And it's never been my game.
It did more to cure him than if he'd lost on the level. I'll tell him sometime, Joe.
Hello, Scotty. Hello, Jim. How have you been? Just fine. Say, and you're looking fine yourself.
You bet I am.
Yes, all right. Well, Scott, see you later. I'm writing a big game here.
Okay.
sit down, Mother.
Thanks.
Oh, all right. That's sweet.
For the love of Mike. Scotty, you old desert rat.
Lil. Just like old times again, ain't it, Bill?
You bet.
You here and,
Yeah, it's him. Jeff, I want you to meet an old friend of your father's and mine, Mr. Scott. Scotty, we called him. Jeff.
Wouldn't hardly know you after 20 years, son. You know, the last time I saw you, you was in diapers. Takes after his father more than you, Lil. Great man, your father. Squarest shooting feller I ever...
Scotty, I want you to meet Jeff's friend, Mr. Winfield, Mr. Scott.
How do you do?
Miss Winfield.
Very happy to know you, Scotty.
Glad to know you.
Thank you.
Say, folks, listen, why not let me buy a little drink?
Oh,
Huh?
sure, Scotty.
Thank you, but we were just leaving.
Well, what's your hurry?
Why, yes, what's your hurry, Dad?
Well, haven't we seen enough of this place? I'm sure Jeff has.
Well, of course, you run along, son, and enjoy yourself. Joe Connors wants to see you, Scotty, I'm sure. Come along.
Well, old boy, I'm sure glad to see you again.
Thank you.
Quite a character.
Yes, quite. Shall we go?
I think so. Well, hello, kids.
Good morning, Miss Winfield. Blame your daughter for breaking in on you this early in the morning. It was her idea.
What's the program, Father?
Haven't you arranged anything?
Taking orders from you, sir.
Well, then, might I suggest the three of us take a little ride over to Tahoe?
The three of us?
If you'd like to, Jeff.
Sounds swell to me.
Ready in about an hour?
I'll be waiting.
Wasn't that just a little bit crude, Father? You weren't very subtle about it the other night, but don't you think this is overdoing it?
Jeff understands.
He'd be awfully dumb if he didn't. Why didn't you invite her? What have you got against her?
It's not my fault you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Oh, that's the nastiest thing that you've ever said.
It's true, isn't it? Jeff knows it as well as I do. No wonder he's ashamed of her.
Oh, Father, that's the first time I've really been ashamed of you.
You're taking this too seriously, my dear.
I am serious
About...
about Jeff.
If I weren't fond of the boy, do you suppose I would have ever invited him here with us? But you can't expect me to accept his mother.
Well, I do. I like her. Why can't you?
Oh, if I must tell you, Maureen, I have found out who she was and where she came from.
You needn't tell me who she is or where she came from. She's his mother. And unless you invite her to go with us, I'm not going.
Very well, if you insist on embarrassing all of us.
Have a good time?
Not bad. I've been teaching Maureen some of the finer points of the game.
More than you picked up last night?
Did Connor say anything to you?
Well, he told me he cleaned you.
Why don't you bawl me out?
Well, you've always been your own boss, son. I only hope you've learned that it's a racket you can't beat.
Not the way your friend Connors plays it.
Come here, Jeff. Do you owe anything?
A little.
How much?
Oh, 500 would pull me out of the hole.
Is that all?
Isn't that enough? Gee, you're a brick, honey. About that date we made for this afternoon, I promised Maureen I'd take her over to Tahoe this morning. Of course, I could bow out of it.
Well, that's all right, Jeff.
You see, it was a gambling bet, and if she won, I promised her I'd take her any place she wanted to go.
Always pay your gambling bets, son. Come in.
Good morning.
Hello, dear. Jeff was just telling me that
Well, you're going with us, aren't you?
Oh, three's a crowd.
Of course. That's why we want to make it a foursome. Besides, Dad'll be just as disappointed as I'll be if you can't come with us.
Jeff was just asking me to go when you came in, but I can't get away.
Honest?
Some other time.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I still think that you can go with us. Jeff, I'll run and get the car. And you see if you can make her come along.
Jeff, why did you lie to me? You didn't want me to go. Is that it?
You know better than that, honey.
Then it was Winfield. Why doesn't he like me?
You haven't given him any reason to, you know.
Then why doesn't he come out in the open and say so instead of making a liar out of you? Come clean, Jeff. Why doesn't he like me?
You can hardly blame him after you walked out on the party he gave us at the Eldorado the other night. After all, he was our host, and you could have had better taste than to leave us flat for that desert rat friend of yours.
Jeff, he was a friend of your father, too.
Oh, I understand that, but
Winfield doesn't, is that it?
things change after 20 years.
It hasn't taken you that long. You've only changed since you've known Winfield. Jeff, don't let him make a snob out of you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll see you tonight, Mother. Goodbye.
Can I ask you just one thing?
But is this quite necessary?
If I made a liar out of your daughter like you've made of Jeff, wouldn't it mean anything to you?
Wouldn't you be fairer if you said that he merely wanted to be kind to you?
Oh, yeah. I got that one. You mean he didn't want to hurt me. He didn't want me to know that you didn't want me.
I didn't suppose you would feel that way about it. I'm sorry.
Quit bluffing, Winfield. I'm calling your hand. Lay your cards on the table.
That sounds natural. Coming from Faro Lil.
I had a hunch that was your ace in the hole. Well, what of it? My racket's always been on the level. That's more than I can say for yours. I'm not ashamed of that.
But would your son be as proud of it if he knew? Oh, don't worry that I'm going to tell him. I think too much of him to want to hurt him that way.
Hurt him?
Wasn't that your idea, in being so careful never to let him know? Why did you, if you weren't afraid he would be ashamed of you?
That's a lie.
You know it's true, if you only dared admit it to yourself.
If I thought that, I'd hate him. You could have him then. I wouldn't want him for my son.
Good morning.
Ready?
You'll have to go without me this time. I'm sorry as the devil, old man, but I have to wait here for a while.
Oh, we'll go some other time then.
No. You two go ahead.
Is there anything wrong, Father?
Why, of course not. Now run along, both of you.
Let youngster so we can get back here in time for tonight.
I'll keep her out of mischief, Mr. Winfield. Goodbye.
Has Mr. Jeff Payton come back from Lake Tahoe? You don't know where he went? Yes. Yes, I'd like to leave a message. Tell him I'm waiting at the El Dorado. Who is this speaking? Tell him Faro Lil.
Are you sober?
Sober as a judge.
Oh, Jeff, I knew there was something wrong with Father when he didn't come with us this morning.
Well, we can't do any good here. Let's go find him.
Are you sure it's what you want to do, Lil?
I'm going through with it, Joe. I've got to know.
Well, your friend Winfield's out there waiting for it. The stock market took him today, cleaned him. I guess he's trying to do a comeback.
Right in my lap, huh?
All right, everybody down. Hey, listen, you play according to the game.
Hey, I'm playing my money. Deal.
Well, listen, you play according to the game or you don't play at all. That's all to it.
stealing this. Get out.
What's that? That's orders coming especially from my partner.
All bets off, folks.
Come on, make it snappy. Well, at least you got a chance to take a hand in this game, Winfield. The stock market is a dangerous thing to play if you don't know the ropes. Sounds natural, doesn't it? Well, this is Faro. And you're sitting in on the game with Faro Lil.
You've been doing a lot of investigating, Winfield, since you came to this town, as to who this woman really is. And now you know. And I'll tell you the rest of it. Her husband was a gambler, too, and as square as a die. All the old-timers know her, and it's high time the new folks got properly acquainted. Remember back in Virginia City when you cleaned the Frisco Kid? Well, you're in just as good form now as you were then. So play the game.
Place your bets.
I'm out.
So am I. I'm not playing.
So am I.
Looks like it's up to you, Winfield. What is that, a piker's bet?
Deal.
Well, place your bets. Now you're talking. Wall Street.
Oh, you can't bluff me. Draw.
This isn't big business, Winfield. It's luck. How do you like it?
I never slipped a card off at the bottom of the deck.
Meaning what?
I saw you slip that card
A
out.
liar.
Joe, you're a squawker. I'm on the level and you know it.
Prove it. Give me a chance and I'll cut you the high card for the whole pile.
What'll you use for money?
My check, of course.
Oh, that's rubber. You're broke, Winfield, and I know it. But I'm going to give you a chance to save your shirt. For your daughter's sake. Not yours.
Don't be a fool, Lil.
Now, Joe, this is my show. Make out an IOU for $10,000. What do you say? Joe, give me a new deck. Please. Shuffle and cut them. Thank you. You take first cut. Now that you know what I am, where everything you've ever had came from, the chance to meet your ritzy friends, the very clothes you've got on your back, that's where I got it, every nickel of it. What do you think of your mother now?
My father. Was he a cheat, too?
You believed what Winfield said? Jeff!
Easy, Lil.
Cheer up, darling. After all, we haven't a mortgage on the old homestead, you know. So why should we worry? Please, Dad, don't take it so tough.
I'd like to be alone, dear. You don't mind?
Of course not.
But you're not going to let Winfield get away with that lie. Why, the kid would have come through like a regular if it hadn't been for that.
But he believed it, Joe. Don't you see? Nothing now can change that.
You don't really mean that, Lil.
I asked for it, and I got it.
But you didn't get an even break. But you're going to, even if I have to ram somebody's face straight down through their collar. You suppose I could see your father, miss?
What about?
What about? Winfield's going to tell you that he lied when he called your mother a cheat.
I might believe that if I didn't know that your whole joint is crooked from the bottom up. And Mr. Winfield isn't the only squawker who couldn't lose without beefing.
Now, wait a minute. Sure, I know I framed you, but you had your mother worried. She wanted to cure you of making a chump of yourself at a racket that you couldn't go on beating forever.
Oh, I see. And this time she had a chance to make a real killing.
Oh! Oh, Dad!
Hello. Hello. Will you send the doctor right away, please?
Winfield just shot himself. I wouldn't go. Not now.
But I must go to her, Joe. She'll need me. Maureen,
Haven't you done enough without coming here? I guess you came here to tell her that her father lied, and he's in there dying and can't deny it.
Why, Jeff,
You didn't think about her when you started out to break her father, to smash him just because you hate him. At least you could have had decency enough not to come here and throw it in Maureen's face.
Oh, cut that out. You're going to hear the truth, but you're going to hear it later.
I know the truth. My mother is...
Lil, and you ought to be proud of it.
Proud of a woman that has a man's blood on her hands? A card sharp and
Don't say it.
Joe.
I can't face her, Maureen. I haven't the right to look her in the face again.
You've got to, though.
Go to her, boy, and tell her what I told you.
Come in.
I just saw the doctor. He said that Winfield would have to do a better job next time. There's no danger. He'll pull through all right. Lil,
I've changed my mind about a lot of things, Joe. I only went back in the racket for one reason. Look at the rat that handed me. It's a sucker's game, Joe. On both sides of the table. And I'm through.
I'll pick up your ticket.